Here we go. We've been wanting to do this video for about, what, 3 weeks now? We're gonna be doing a split grip. You call it a splitter or a forkball?
Splitter.
Splitter? All right, we're gonna be doing a splitter tutorial. You got a ball?
Yeah, I got a
because I wanna hold this one. Show the camera how you hold this thing. What's the origin? When did you start throwing it, and why are your nails so long?
Because it gives it better spin. You know?
Is that really what it is?
Okay.
Oh,
well,
so you go on these two seams?
Yeah. So I try to get, so if the ball is straight up here, I try to get my finger,
Index finger
in the inside.
Okay.
So all my thingum is in the inside, and I try to get this, my middle finger at the bottom. So what I'm thinking when I'm throwing the pitches, my index finger is what I'm pulling on.
Like at release?
Yeah, no, like right now, all my power is like...
Oh, your pressure.
My pressure.
Pressure of your, okay,
my
I got
index
you.
finger.
I mean, I feel pressure everywhere, because not a lot of fingers are as yours.
Yeah, your hand's too small. You gotta work on it.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
so
we're good.
I put all my pressure on my index finger, and what I think is throw like a fastball, but all the pressure is here. That's what makes the ball tumble down to get it.
So, are you curling any of like your fingers, or are you trying to like stay straight and just split the ball in half, or do you naturally curl the tips of your fingers?
I'm trying to curl this index finger down.
So actually your index finger is like kind of off the seam. It's the tip of your finger that's on the seam pulling down.
Let me get a little closer in the camera. My index finger is on the side. So I'm basically throwing it with this.
Yeah. So
I grab it, this is to the side, this is here, and nothing else is on the ball.
So you literally don't even place it on your ring finger? Like no, you don't hold it there?
Look at this. This is how I hold it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And you throw it how hard?
88, 87.
Seriously? And what's the total spin on it? You know the metrics?
It's about 900.
Yeah.
8 to 900, maybe 1,000 if I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Froggy.
So it's like almost like forkball-esque.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yes.
And the fact that you can throw it that hard is stupid.
It moves better with the Major League Baseball than the minor league ball.
So it doesn't move as well with the higher seams?
No.
That's interesting.
I don't get as much tumble as whenever I throw the pitch with a Major League ball. It moves like incredibly more than with the minor.
Well, good thing you're going to be in the show then, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
So at release, when you're actually coming through, is there anything special? Is there anything different in comparison to a fastball, or is it literally everything's the same and intent and everything? So
when I'm pitching, I'm kind of airhead, so I try to keep everything as minimal.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple.
Write that down, kids.
Well, as possible. So all I do is, hey, index finger here, throw it as hard as I could, like a fastball. Yeah.
And have you ever played around with the thumb placement?
No,
like, have you ever like moved it to the side, like underneath, tuck?
So I don't like my thumb on the baseball a lot. So with my fastball,
you're just a weirdo.
I'm thumb under. I want my thumb as off of the baseball as much.
Yeah.
So with me, I don't like my thumb on the baseball. So that's with my thumb placement on anything. And a crazy part of my spirit is during COVID, my friend threw a normal split finger, and we were messing around. He's like, "Hey, you should throw a splitter."
Oh, so you didn't get the pitch till COVID?
Yeah, COVID. This is my.
Oh, so you didn't grow up throwing a splitter?
Last year was my first full season throwing a splitter, and that was my best pitch. I gave up one hit on it the whole year.
Yeah.
And
so it's that new.
Yeah, it's that.
That's
new.
Probably why it's good too, is because there's no freaking overcomplication to it. It's just like, all right, that's what I always loved about throwing a splitter, was just like, in comparison to a changeup, right? There's more fingers on the ball, and like it tricks your brain into thinking that you have to do more things, you know?
And I never could have thrown a changeup first strike.
No, I'm with you.
The crazy thing is with the splitter is once you're able to stretch these little
they stretch things, they stretch
once you stretch them and you're able to like get to the point where you can wrap your hand around the whole baseball, it's easier to throw, and you throw like a fastball,
because so the skin in between your index and middle, like that's touching the ball, right? Like it's that deep in your hand.
It's that deep. It's fully deep.
Because I've seen guys throw like a splitter with space, you know, where they're like this, and it's like a split finger fastball, which is a lot harder. Like the same thing with like my Vulcan, is if I get it really deep, it kills more spin, and it gives it more of an opportunity to move. So same thing with kind of like a deep in your hand forkball splitter-esque pitch.
Yes, no, I agree.
And when you're throwing this, you're feeling the index finger pull that seam to create this reverse bullet spin?
Yeah, so I want my index to have most of the power. So say I get here, and I'm throwing, naturally, since I have all my power on my index finger, it's gonna roll over.
And it gives you extension too.
Right, because
you're naturally gonna pronate.
Yeah, I'm a pronator.
Pronator, not a supinator.
So it's harder for me to throw.
That's why you're struggling with sliders and off-speed pitches.
It's easy for me to throw a split than to throw a slider.
Hey, there you go. You got some airtime, kid. Yeah. That's right. And next time you get airtime, you gotta wear the shirt that says Queso Bob Alto. And then I could be like, oh, this commercial is brought to you by Rowland merch. And then boom, we'll throw a discount Cutter Johnson Bob. And then there you go. And then you're throwing tonight, right, in the game?
Yeah.
You're up? I'm gonna get some, I wanna see like pitch design content, like the video, super slow-mo from the back. Cause like with my, so I threw a splitter all growing up. Like my dad taught me, like that was the first off-speed pitch I learned. And it did different things every time I threw it.
So I threw a splitter like this when I first started, and
because you couldn't wrap your whole finger around it,
right? But I always had that problem with my splitter cutting. Yeah. So kids,
this got dominant,
right?
Yeah.
So kids, this is a harder pitch to throw than what I throw. After I started using this grip, I eliminated all cut.
Yeah.
Like my splitter don't cut at all anymore.
Yeah.
So it always is a consistent drop down. Instead of sometimes when I threw it like this, it would cut or go up or do other stuff.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, when you're thinking consciously about pressure with the index finger, that's going to allow you to stay through it and to the inside part of the baseball. Because like, first of all, if guys can't stretch their fingers super wide, their hand's going to naturally go this way as they come through, and it's going to go like that. But if you have like, that's something I was never able to get with mine. Was I never was able to get like a seam to give me like feedback to pull down. I just went right in the middle of the two.
And tried but you got that nasty Vulcan.
Yeah, sure, bud. Yeah, that's on the NIL right now. The fact that you throw yours 88 though is freaking stupid, dude, because that's wide. Like, that's super wide.
All it takes is, when I first started throwing it, it was 10 minutes a day in my room. I would do this.
So you did do stretches for it?
Oh yeah.
So like you held a ball and
I would held a ball all day and I would do this and then sometimes I would like.
Yeah. That's what I had to do with the Volk.
Keep on working it. I had my inside of my forearm was sore.
So I was going to ask you that too, because like a lot of kids ask me about throwing a splitter and if it's safe or dangerous. You didn't start throwing it until you were probably developed and stable in your forearms and ligaments and everything.
I think it's a little bit more dangerous, but the pitch is...
Well, yeah, because you have nothing behind the baseball.
Yes.
Right? There's no stability of your fingers when you throw. But like, I've always struggled with answering that question because it's like, all right, well, do you wait to teach someone a splitter when they're older and like stronger and more mature and physically just, you know, more in shape with their body? Or do you start it young to get like the stretch?
I think if you're going to be a pitcher, you should start it young because the pitch is a lethal pitch. Yeah. And you're going to get TJ anyway. If you're a pitcher.
And now I'm canceled. Now I'm canceled.
If you're a pitcher, TJ is going to happen, no matter what.
Do you pronounce your name Chavez or Chavez?
Chavez.
I was wrong. Chavez Fernander.
Yes.
Thanks, man. Hey. It's a pleasure. I can't wait to freaking watch you throw tonight and shove.
Well, I'm probably going to throw a bunch of cut ones tonight.
And cut it. I know, I'm going to get in the bullpen. I'm going to do the video behind, and like they're all going to be terrible. I'm like, I can't use any of this.
You'd be like, cut. Oh, he lied to us.